are celebrating all the stories and experiences of our LGBTQ community. Kasama pa rin natin dito sa Kababayan Today, si Solomon Somboonde, isang transgender male. Okay, Solomon, we were talking about you being a little girl and having these feelings at a very young age that you felt that this was alien to you, what you were born with. So let's talk about the transition. It's a very difficult decision to transition.
Yes.
What was the turning point in your life where you said, I'm going to go for it? I'm really going to go for what I feel I was destined to be.
Right. You know, it's interesting because my mom used to always say, like, are you a lesbian or do you want to be a boy? And I felt like she already knew, you know, because moms know. And I would always deny, like, don't ask me that, you know, like, it make me uncomfortable until probably after high school. I had a few breakdowns and I couldn't take it anymore. And so I was like, this is something I do need to talk to my mom about. Also at that time, I found, you know, on YouTube other transgender males, and I was like, wow, this is possible. I didn't know it was possible to transition or that those resources were available. And yeah, and then it was possible. I didn't know, and so once I did discover that.
When you discover this, you had the conversation with your mom.
Yes.
Okay. At what age did you do this?
About 18.
About 18 years old. Oy, parang debut, di ba?
Right.
Yeah, it's really a coming out. In the Filipino community, when you turn 18, you have a big debut or this big party to present you to everybody. And this is your decision to really transition into being a male. Okay, what was the first step like? Well,
I was telling my mom, you know, she asked me the question again. Why are you crying? Why are you so unhappy? Do you want to be a boy or are you a lesbian? Like, you can talk to me, you can tell me. And I said, it's that I feel like I should be a boy, that I should be male. And she was like, okay. And I didn't know what her response would be, you know? Like, I've heard that families kick, you know, their children out, for things like that. And you know, but for her, she was really understanding. Her response was like, okay, so what do you want to do about it now? What should we do next? How can I help you?
How lucky of you to have had your mother next to you through your transition to really support you through this.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are the procedures leading up to this?
So you have to, I was already seeing a therapist. I had been seeing a therapist since I was about 13, so he kind of already knew my background. I just hadn't relayed to him that I felt like
you were ready.
Yeah. And so, but I know that you have to do a few sessions of therapy before you can actually get a letter to receive hormones. And so...
So these hormones, you take them every day?
No, I take them every 2 weeks. It's different for everybody, whatever your doctor prescribes you. But I get it every 2 weeks, and it's for life. And what it is testosterone injections. You can also do like pills.
But you choose to inject?
Yeah, injections.
Every 2 weeks?
Every 2 weeks.
For the rest of your life?
For the rest of my life, yeah.
Okay. But that's all worth it to you, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. Besides the injections, what other procedures have you undergone?
I've had my chest surgery, my top surgery.
Removed?
Yeah. So what they do is they liposucked. There's actually two procedures, yeah. So the one I had was the double mastectomy, and so they liposucked right here. They remove the nipple and they graft it because the female nipple is larger than the male nipple. So they graft it and then they stick it back on, and then.
Was that a painful procedure for you?
It was. It actually wasn't for me. I think I have a high tolerance for pain.
At what age did you decide to do this procedure?
That was actually the same year that I started. The hormones.
Okay.
So about 18 still.
Okay.
And my mom flew with me to Florida. I found the doctor that I wanted to go to, and she's a nurse, so she took care of me.
Was she Filipina too?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's wonderful to be able to at least have that support system. As we know, in the Filipino community, there are certain things that we don't talk about.
Right.
And I think that we need to talk about it
Yeah.
because there are people that can relate to us. We just don't talk about it. And it's important that we share your stories, your experiences, because it makes other people understand what you have to go through.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so was that the end of all the procedures about when you had your chest removed, or are there others that you intend to do in the future?
Bottom surgery is a possibility. Just the reassignment. But it's not something that I want to do at this point.
Okay.
Just because of the results, they're not really that great.
See.
When they come out with better
options, better results,
yeah,
right.
like maybe, possibly.
Okay. Well, we're in for a treat because kasama natin dito sa Kababayan Today si Jemima Cruzado at ang ina ni Solomon na si Julie Somboonde. Makakausap natin sila tungkol sa storya ni Solomon. So don't go away. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be really heartwarming.